Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another replay analysis. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Before we start, if you want to get yourself a replay analysis like the one we're about to do and like all the other ones I have on my channel, join my Discord. The link is in the description down below. Submit your replay file or YouTube video of your replay to the replay analysis chat channel. And please do me a favor and put what your name in game is with the replay when you submit it. In case your name is different in game than in your Discord, then I know who I'm supposed to be watching and analyzing. We do have a line of people waiting to get their replay analysis done, so if you want to skip that line and get yours done sooner, you can consider subscribing to my Twitch or my Patreon. The links to those are in the description. And if you do subscribe, you'll get access to a sub-only replay analysis channel in my Discord, where any replays posted in there will get analyzed and uploaded to YouTube before any of the free ones in the free replay analysis chat channel. So with all that out of the way, let's introduce today's analysis. The Honored Knight, who is playing 2v2, said they were Champ 2 and fell out recently to Champ 1, and they don't know why they can't get back to Champ 2. So we're going to analyze it, see what's up, see what's going wrong, and should be a good one because they're on the Batmobile. Car used to be very popular in ranked for a while because it has some crazy... Oh my. It has some crazy flick potential, and the 50-50s on it are actually really good too. Right away, big mistake. This boost is here. You grab that boost. That's just a replay bug showing that the boost isn't there. You get the boost. Good job off of kickoff. And now what you need to do, this is like a this is a gold 3 mistake, my guy, or at least the way you did it, it looked pretty gold 3. I don't know why you're flipping straight at your teammate here. Let me pull out the epic pen here. Okay, so you grab this boost. Well done. That's good. You were right off a kickoff and you got the mid boost. Nice. What you need to do now is rotate to the back post. You should always be rotating behind your teammate when it's not your turn to be on the ball. That way you don't get in their way, right? So you should have turned out this way and came behind your teammate because he's pushing this way. And rotations should be circular most of the time. It is a very situational thing. Rotations are situational, and they can change on the fly. But in general, overall, to avoid exactly what just happened, you want to keep your rotations circular. And now to continue on that, a big mistake people will make is say there isn't this big boost here. And this is a bigger issue in 3v3 than in 2v2. In 2v2, you can get away with this a little bit more often, although it's still not recommended. But you'll see a lot of people do, say they didn't just get 100 boosts here. They'll rotate straight back to whatever boost is nearest, even if that means not sticking to this general rule of round circular rotations where you're rotating behind your teammate. So rotating straight back to this boost is a bad play. You don't want to do that. That's a no-no. Even in situations where you need boost, you want to try to keep this rotation, keep this circular rotation where you're rotating behind your teammate to the back post. You can pick up pads, right? You can pick up pads as you rotate back to the back post. There's lots of pads around the field, and that's a lot better than pushing this way. Your teammate gets challenged, and now you're both in this sort of area on the field. The ball kicks out somehow to the front of the net, and then that's a free shot on net for him, right? So there's just so many instances where you think, oh, nothing possibly could go wrong by me rotating to the boost, by me rotating near post. But man, let me tell you, if once you have a lot of experience playing Rocket League under your belt, you just know that rotating to the near post or rotating to the closest boost, you know, because it's not the right rotation, will get you scored on or put you in such a bad position. And just take my word for it, take my advice, man. It's almost always going to be better to rotate how you're supposed to, rotate around your teammate, behind your teammate, to the back post. Just a whiff there. Good job picking up pads here. You need to go up and challenge this ball here. You are in Champ 1 at this point, which people can start hitting double tap sometimes in Champ 1. And you're in a position to go up right now and intercept this before he has the opportunity. Because you have that option, you have the ability to intercept this before it's possibly a shot on your net, which if he does double tap this on your net, there's no saving it. it's going to be such a close double tap, you're not going to have any time to possibly save it. So this is your one time to cut down this play. You need to go for it. Right, your teammate just challenged the ball, challenged. He was just kind of there, forced his opponent to hit it around him. That's a challenge. He's rotating back, maybe not the cleanest rotation, but either way, this is your ball to go for now. You need to go for it. Even if your teammate isn't rotating how he's supposed to, you don't have time to see if he's going to rotate behind you in this situation. If he's double tapping that, bam, it's in your net. What happened here? What was your recovery kind of booty? Just kind of flipping for no reason here? I mean, I'm sure that boost was probably already up on your screen. Not really sure what your idea here flipping upfield is. Kind of just a random useless flip and you just kind of face plant into the wall. Let's see, could you have done anything better with this? I don't hate this touch. I don't hate that touch either. Right? Because they are... Right here, he's threatening to challenge you. That guy on the left, Cacao, he's threatening to challenge you. So your best bet here, you could put this backboard. That is actually something I can recommend to you. Best play here. Now, I didn't mind the touch over here because one, there's nobody there immediately to receive it. So you're not really just giving the ball up for free because you still have a chance to get here before he does or to challenge him on the bounce. So it's not a terrible touch, the touch you made, but looking back at it, the backboard's totally free, or even just shooting it on target. Shooting it on target puts pressure on them to have to go up and make a save. A lot of the time when you just put pressure on your opponents, they mess up. They miss easy saves because they're sweating and in their head they're nervous. So that's why putting shots on target is just really lethal, especially until you get to SSL. Like even in GC, people will miss easy saves just because they're nervous. It's just the mental aspect of Rocket League. So don't be afraid to just shoot on net and just put pressure on your opponents by just shooting on net, threatening that you're, okay, I'm going to score, buddy. You better save it. Or, like I said, put it on that backboard. Backboard's wide open, and you could possibly be setting yourself up to go for another shot after the bounce. And here, I don't mind that touch. He did well to rotate to the backboard and clear it. You know, it's a decent pass if he's not there. If he doesn't make that save, it's a decent pass. It's not terrible. You could also try shooting this, right? Stop here, let the ball bounce out towards you because he's not going to be in position to challenge you. You see him driving back up his back wall. He's going away from you. He's giving you the space. So you could try shooting here. You could try shooting here. Again, just to threaten that you're going to score. They better make the save or else you're scoring. Teammate. Nice. My last analysis I pointed out that, you know, there are good plays, there are okay plays, and then there's the optimal play. You always want to be trying to make that optimal play. And so far, that's been the biggest mistake so far. You just haven't been making the optimal plays. You've been making okay plays, but there's been a play that you could have done that's been better on offense. Right here, no reason to be up for this. This is your teammate's ball all day, every day. He's in the net. He just passed this towards the net. Let's see if there's any reason you think your teammate might not go up for this. Teammate's right there. Rotates back to net. Ball goes up. Yeah, your teammate's already planted in net, man. You got to have a little bit more faith in your teammates. Should have been his ball, and you could have been following this up right now. Instead, because you double committed, because you went for a ball that wasn't yours, your teammate was also up. Nobody could follow up the touch. and now you're still on defense because of a double commit. Double committing is one of the worst things you can do in Rocket League. Double committing almost always will lead to a goal. If you get scored on, 90% of the time you can go back and you'll see a double commit that caused a lack of pressure on the ball or caused a mess up in the rotation that caused you to get scored on. So that's one of the #1 things you want to try to avoid are double commits. Almost a good pass. He bumped you into it, unfortunate. Good boost steal. Take the boost away from the opponent so he's less threatening. Ooh, the backflip. You hate to see it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's on you, right? You know, you say you can't figure out why you can't rank back up. At the end of the day, that's just a backflip that should have been avoided. You should have been on offense right now. You shouldn't have been getting scored on. Messed up a kickoff or just faked it. Not sure. If you faked it, I hope you were calling that you were faking it. Okay. This is a good chance. Nice. Placement could have been better. You kind of gave him a chance to save it, right? This whole left side of the net is open. Higher chance that you miss if you try to slot it in that left, or my bad, right side. You know, at this rank, placement isn't as important, but just keep in mind, you gave him a chance of saving that just because your placement wasn't the best. But placement, I mean, you really don't need to worry. I mean, you can definitely, it wouldn't hurt. It would only benefit you to start working on shot placement. But most people, in my opinion, don't start really focusing on shot placement until like GC. Good patience, you know, it looks like you're, you know, to somebody who's watching, it might look like you're acting tilted or something like that, but this is just good patience. You have nothing, you have no reason to go right now. You're waiting to see if your teammate can make a pass or something. That's just good patience. You don't always have to be moving. You can just park it and wait. This doesn't look good. Let me go back one more time. Okay, the double commit, but he lands perfectly to follow it up. Challenges you. And then, yeah, just good teamwork, good spacing by them to push downfield, and he backs up his teammate after the 50. Not much you could have done there. You could have challenged a little bit better, but would have required a bit more mechanical, what's the word I'm looking for? Comfortability, better car control to get up and challenge that in your kind of one open window. I'll point it out. I'll go back real quick and point it out where you could have challenged this, just in case you're wondering. I don't want to leave you hanging. Okay, so bang, he hits it, ball's coming your way. At this point, you know it's about to be dangerous. He's going to go for another shot, or he's going to try to demo you. If you can turn and get up for this ball right now, and even try to fade away from the challenge a little bit, right? As he comes up and challenges you, you can either just try to hard beat him, and doing so will probably force it this way off of the sidewall in the middle. Or like I said, you just try to kind of fade away from the challenge as you go up and kind of tilt your car this way to try to force it into your corner. on D, decent. Careful challenging this here, because your teammate just challenged and he's flying into the opponent's half. You're now last man. This guy challenging you is first man. So if they get it, this is a good challenge for him to take and a bad challenge for you to take, because you're first man, he's second man. If he gets this past you, they score. If he doesn't get this past you, they're fine because they still have somebody back. So as last man, you never really want to take a risky challenge. You want to try to buy as much time shadow defending for your teammate to get back. And then once your teammate is back on defense, then you can challenge. You don't want to take risky challenges when you're last man. And that should have been a goal. I'm not sure why Hendo is... Well, it's still a goal. Okay. Hendo just went for your boost. Didn't realize it was an open net. Almost got lucky. It almost bounced off the crossbar, but nope. Kind of just careless movement here. Just not even realizing you're driving into the post there. But either way, in this position here, you know your teammate's going to stay on this ball. So you shouldn't be positioning to the near post here, because it's his ball and he's carrying it across and you're technically on defense right now. Notice how you're sitting near post, facing near post. Or you're sitting near post, facing out towards the play. That's a bad defensive stance. You always want to be positioned at one of the posts, facing the opposite post, right? So if you're faced far, usually general rule of thumb is you want to be at far post, facing the play. That way, if a shot comes in anywhere on the net, you have a good chance of saving it. If he shoots above you, you jump up and save it. If he shoots over here, you drive forward and jump and save anything, in the net. But here, the only thing you can cover from this position is a shot straight in front of you. If this guy has a shot right now, or he challenges and the ball just comes into your net, the only thing you can save is right here because of your positioning. If he shoots anywhere over here, it's a goal. So because you're on defense right now, your teammate's clearing across the net, you want to be either positioned here, facing the way I'm facing right now, or you want to be positioned here, facing this direction. In this case scenario, because the ball is moving this way again, you probably want to be here. That way you can just have a better vision of the field. And side tip, actually, before I go back and keep playing this out, a really great time to defend from the near post, facing out this way, is when there's a threat of a demo. Again, more of a 3v3 thing, because in this position, that guy's not going to go for a demo on you. That'd be stupid. But if somebody's rotating through here, and you notice there's a chance they can come demo you, notice where you're at. You're at near post. He can't demo you because you're at near post. You're hiding behind the wall. So that's a really great time to defend from the near post, is when somebody's threatening to demo you as they rotate through. But that's not the case in this scenario. So again, probably want to be facing out this way or facing out this way. Kind of an unnecessary touch here by you. Unnecessary touch by your teammate, but unnecessary touch by you here, and also not a very good touch, right? You're wondering why you're stuck in Champ 1, why you deranked, why you can't rank back up. But the truth of the matter is, if you watch your replays, you can point out many mistakes that you're making here, right? This is a very lackluster touch, very weak, no power behind it, and all you did was give the ball back to your opponent. Now, if you can bang this ball, sure, bang it. But even if you can't bang this ball, because he's over here, right? This attacker's over here, ball's landing out this way, and you don't know where this guy's at over there. But you do have time to let this ball come down to the ground and move the ball this direction as you dribble it. This guy will show up in your vision at some point, and you'll be able to flick it, right? Instead of just banging this ball down in the middle, giving it away, could have caught it down here and carried it away from the guy who was challenging you. So if you execute well if you can dribble, then he shouldn't be able to catch up to you. And you'll be able to get vision on this guy and keep the ball close and possibly flick him. Now that's a little bit more advanced. At the very least, should have had a better touch. Nice. 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 Good finish. I watched that a couple times back because it was kind of risky to go for because your teammate didn't have the best recovery. But, you know, looking at it a couple times, it looked like they wouldn't have been able to counterattack you faster than your teammate could have gotten back there. So you're fine. In the moment, hard to tell that sort of thing. Regardless, good job finishing the goal. Okay. Not a whole lot going on yet. Ooh, can you get that boost? Unfortunate, unfortunate. I like that. Good job there. Realizing you don't have to go for this. I mean, one, you can't really go for this. That might be why you decided to just sit here. But just sitting here, it's a good play because it forces him again. He knows he can't bring it down to the ground and dribble because you're right there in his path. And it forces him to hit the ball past you and straight to your teammate for a free ball. Good boost grab. That's unfortunate. I mean, good demo by him. Oh, man. This is sketchy. This is real sketchy. Oh, this is a good chance. Again, just a poor touch. Just a poor touch. Gotta try to sharpen up your touches a little bit, right? Ideally, you hit this straight ahead where you're facing now, and you can collect the boost and stay on the ball and have the last attack on offense before you go into overtime. But because of just a poor touch there, that doesn't happen, and now you're stuck on defense still. Oh my god. Whew. So far, another big mistake has just been just general mechanics. Your touches have been lackluster. And we saw you front flip into the sidewall for whatever reason earlier. Just mechanically, you could be a little bit more consistent and a little bit more sound. No, yeah. Again, not a great touch. A lot of bad touches, really making this game harder than it needs to be. You're hitting this with your back end. Not sure if it's purposeful, but it looks pretty purposeful, honestly. Hit this ball to that mid boost that you see up over there. Create space for yourself. You have all the time and space to take a better touch here. Set yourself up to make a play. You've got to be a little bit more aware of what you're doing, where you're hitting the ball, how you're hitting the ball, etc. Just not really putting a lot of thought into what you're doing. You're patient on defense, so you're thoughtful. You're thoughtful in rotation for the most part with your teammate. But as far as your touches, they have not been very thoughtful. Ooh. See, is there anything you could have done better here? I mean, obviously there is. Would have been great if you could have, right here, taken a just slightly better touch. This one's a little bit more difficult, but a slightly better touch that allows you then afterwards to aerial boost downwards for that boost, which you probably could have boosted downwards for that boost earlier and grabbed the boost. And then been in a better position, right? If you land on the boost right here instead of where you are, side on with the ball, you would have been in a better spot. So again, I don't know, maybe you're trying to save that boost for your teammate or something. But that situation could have been a lot better. I like that bump there. Unfortunately, teammate just gets beat and the shot is on target. And that's the game. So overall, I mean, I think I only pointed out like two real big mistakes, two recurring mistakes, which were just... One wasn't even recurring, but it was a very big mistake. The first one that we pointed out in the game was that bad rotation. Wasn't even a rotation. It was like you flipped straight into your teammate. Might correlate with the second thing that I'm about to say, which is just a lack of kind of thinking while you're playing. You might be a little bit too much. I wouldn't even say autopilot, because it doesn't really seem like autopilot to me. It just seems like you have a lot of room to grow in terms of how good your touches are. Your touches are pretty poor right now, man. Like, a lot of touches that could have been more controlled, and a lot of times where a better touch would have given you space and time to make a play. So maybe, you know, the best thing I could recommend, as hard as it is to hear, is play some 1v1s, because 1v1s are a great way to sharpen up your touches and learn how to keep better control of the ball. Now, we all know 1v1s can be very tilting and not very fun, but maybe playing a couple of 1v1s every day for a couple of weeks would do you some good. Other than that, you could always just practice in free play or in workshop maps if you play on PC. You know, dribble challenges, or just dribbling around the field in free play. Practice hitting the ball around in free play, warm up for 15 minutes in free play, just hitting the ball around, dribbling around, making sure you're ready to go to take better touches when it comes to the game time. So there it is, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to do me a favor and leave a like on the video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all my socials. The links are in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Good luck, night.